Now we will do Drawing with Mr. B. Welcome to Drawing with Mr. B. Alright, so what we're going to do today. By the way, this is not what to do. Someone did this and I come by and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, does it look good? No, this does not look good. It's okay, not. This is what we want. This is not what we want, okay? So, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna demo the cylinder first. Where's my ebony pencil? I'm gonna go with an ebony pencil so you guys can see how I do this. So, we are going to be shading this. First thing I'm going to talk about, here's our light source. So our top is going to be the lightest, or for the most part the lightest plane. I'm going to actually work, I got to the 0.5, so I'm going from a 2 to 2.5. Then, when we get there, notice my 1, it's not directly on the side. It's going to be in just a little bit. You're going to work from a 1 to a 2 to a 3. I probably could get a little darker with that 3. Then we're going to slowly create a gradation to our 10. Our 10 is not directly on the side. There's going to be reflective light all the way up and down here. I need to smooth this out a little bit more. Notice how I jump from like a 10 to a 6. I need to change that. So be aware of that. But we want to try to make a smooth transition. What happens is typically when you guys start out, it goes fine here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all of a sudden 10! That's what happens. It's like, and that's how I feel when I look at it. It's like, nice, nice. Oh my God. We want a smooth transition. Same thing here, 10, 9, 8. I could probably erase that down a little bit more, make a little better transition and clean it up. So, that's the premise of this. I'm just going to do a quick demo. When I do this, ebony pencil, notice the angle of my pencil. Is it up here? No. Right here? It's down here. Notice how I'm literally not even pressing. I'm letting gravity, oh, there's stuff underneath, that's why. There's texture. If you do that, there's going to be some textures. I'm just letting gravity do that. I'm not even pressing down. Okay, going back and forth. Sorry, that texture's from underneath of it. That was the paper. Notice how I'm trying to get rid of my lines. Barely have anything there. Using the side of the pencil. Alright, when I do this, leave that area for 1 all up and down. And then I'm going to slowly, I'm working the plane, so I'm going to go up and down always. I'm going to slowly get a little darker as it goes around the outside edge. Alright, so that's that way. When I work this way, yeah. I might need, right now it's jumping real quick. I'm going from a 1 to like a 3. So what I may do is come in with my eraser. Just barely drag it over to make it a little bit smoother transition. Okay, so I'm going to work this way all the way to my 10. If I go too fast, notice how I have lines. I don't want lines. Slow it down. You can then, if you want to help get those out, I like to say do small circles. Small circles push it in the in-between cracks. So I'm doing small circles. Or go the direction of the plane. So when I go this way, notice how my pencil is curving at the end? We want to follow that plane, that curve. Okay. Sometimes I like to start out and get my 10 right away. Hard part is when people do this 10 right away, all of a sudden they jump down to this. That's a huge transition right there. We want a smoother transition with that. Work my way back and forth. Any questions with that? Okay, just want a quick demo of that. All right, beautiful. Next up, we have our ball. Ball. That's actually my first word. My dad had a ball. He threw it. He thought I was a dog. I go and chase it. So my first word was ball. Anyway, true story. What we're going to do. We talked about this yesterday, how we want our highlight, midtones. I haven't finished this, by the way. Highlight, midtone, shadow, core shadow, reflective light, cast shadow. All right. When I do this, I'm going to still use my ebony pencil. Yeah, I can get those light areas. I'm going to work around in the center here. Notice how it's pretty liney. I'm going to kind of drag that out. It's pretty liney. I don't want those lines. What I can do, and notice how it's kind of a sharp transition, goes from 1 real quick. I can take my eraser. You guys can use erasers. I'm going to have them up here. Obviously, already, I've lost about 6 within the last 2 periods. Please, please, please return these. I spent about, for some reason, everyone in the school wants to steal an eraser. I spent about $200 on these guys. I used to have this thing full at the start of the year. Now I have 2. So, please, please, please bring these back for me. when I do this, you can let gravity do the work. So I'm barely putting this on. You can use the eraser as a tool. It's going to smooth things out for you. I'm not even pushing. It's smoothing that out for me, okay? It's pushing that graphite around. As I work this way, I might start this way, and then I might get down to my 10. Now, I want to kind of show you guys this. You guys don't plot earthquakes anymore in 5th and 6th grade. That's what we used to do. So it's very hard for me to describe to you this in an earthquake term. So imagine my light is hitting here. Okay, that's my 1. It radiates out. Do you guys notice that? See the curves on that? Here's the actual... this real fast. You see those curves? It's really curving around. Okay, so it's really curving around. Don't draw these lines, but I'm trying to show you how that gradation should slowly progress down. Notice how my 10 really curves around. Right? We want to really see that curve on that shadow. We're going to work from a 1. You're going to get to a 2 to a 3 out here. 1 to a 10, then 9, 8 for your reflective light. Okay? As I'm doing this, when I go, I'm trying to work the planes. I'm working every kind of small little direction, kind of overlapping, but I'm working around. I get to here. Notice how I'm not really pressing hard, right? Do you guys see that? I'm just letting the gravity of the pencil do its thing, and it's layering up. Every single time I go or over top of it, it's getting darker. Okay? So I'm just kind of working all the way around. I might come in with an eraser, smooth things out a little bit, knock it down. If this gets built up like this, you guys have jeans, all you have to do is erase it on your jeans. If it's just that little part, it's not going to ruin your jeans. If you want me to do it, just raise your hand. I'll come over and erase that off, because there will be graphite that builds up on it. Right? Any questions? If you are confused about the number system, I have it up on the board. Okay? So it's also on Canvas underneath the forms. You'll see that I have these exact things on Canvas as well. Right? Any questions? Oh, the last part. I'm going to hand back your scales. Some of you guys have not turned in your scales. We want to staple this as a packet. So you're going to have 4 sheets in the packet. Cube on top. Where does your cube go?
On top.
Where does the cube go?
On top.
Your scales on the bottom. Where do they go?
Bottom.
Where do they go?
Bottom.
Alright, so the other 2 you can put in the middle somewhere. It doesn't matter the order of those. Alright, that way it helps me with grading. Any questions? No? Giddy up and go.